Hey, what is up, you beautiful people? It's your buddy, The Guy, coming at you with a brand new Marvel Future Fight video, and today we're going to be doing Ultimate World Boss 50 with Deadpool. Let's get into it. Alright, now, before we get into the fight itself, we're going to look over what we're bringing in. Of course, we're bringing in Deadpool with his own leadership. It's the best way to go. Other than that, we're going to see that I'm only bringing one support. Double support would be a whole lot of extra damage. Well, 45% extra damage to be exact. But the issue with the Deadpool fight is that the whole amount of your damage, the biggest damage you can pull off with Deadpool, comes from stacking your debuffs. And while Proxima isn't the most annoying for iframes and stuns, she is kind of annoying and she can get really in the way. And one little screw up, getting stunned at the wrong time, walking into a tornado, walking into a time freeze, can basically make the last 20 seconds of your fight utterly worthless. So that's why we bring Wasp. Debuff. So what you're trying to do with Deadpool when you're playing him is you're trying to drop all three of your threes, one after another, so that you can get the negative defense down on the boss. You're also trying to stack those threes with his six. It's going to drop a whole lot of negative defense on the boss. So the idea is basically what we're going to be trying to do anyway. And you can see it's not always perfectly successful in the video, but you hit it enough, you do a ton of damage. You'll see. So basically we go in, we proc on our 5. So we're going to go 4 cancel. We cancel 4 so we get the buff. It's 100% damage. It's a big thing. It's awesome. So we go 4 cancel into the 5, proc on our 5. After we proc on our 5, we drop a 3. After we drop our 3, we then go back to 4 cancel. We're going to be putting a 3 in between all our 4 cancels to keep dropping that defense down on the boss. It stacks 3 times. So the idea is to get 2 of them, so 2 3s onto the boss, then do your 6. Your 6 is going to put 100% negative defense down. It's a lot of defense down if every hit connects. But anyway, so you're going to drop your 6. It's going to put negative defense down. Right after you're done your 6, you're going to drop another 3. And then you're going to try to sneak in a 2. And then you're going to go 4 cancel 5. Okay, so we see our starting team. We see who we're bringing there. Let's see who we're bringing in for strikers and why we're bringing them in as strikers. So, at the top of our screen, we're going to see our strikers. Our strikers for this fight are Scarlet Witch, Luna Snow, Sharon Rogers, Captain America, and Invisible Woman. Okay, 2 obvious, easy ones. Sharon Rogers and Captain America. They bring increased 10% damage to supervillains. So straight up 20% damage buff, there we go. Easily explained, no big deal. Luna Snow, she brings 10% increased damage. Also easily explained. And she brings her little entice from her 4. So it's not going to hit that often, but it does hit and it does help a little bit. So she kind of sticks up above the pack as far as the plus 10% damage strikers go. After that, it comes a little bit more confusing because our next 2 strikers only really look like they bring increased energy damage, and we're not doing any energy damage. But we got to go a little bit deeper on them. So Scarlet Witch brings a mind control. Awesome mind control. 4 seconds long. Thing is ridiculous. She also has a chance to drop defense down on the boss. So we're getting defense down up to 45%, and we're getting mind control. That's pretty sweet. Then we're going to look at Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman has a charm. She uses her charm a ton. It's amazing. It's also a 4-second charm. Helps us out a lot. But, unbeknownst to anybody, if you're just looking at her stats, she has a secret ability on one of her stats that was discovered, that she'll drop more defense down when she hits from her 3. Pretty sure it's her 3. I think it's her 3. Anyway, she's going to drop defense down. So that's why they're all there. Mind control, defense down, entice, extra damage, extra damage, extra damage, charm, defense down. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so like I said, we're going to come in, we're going to be doing a 4 cancel 5. We're going to get that proc off, try to get some damage in. After we get the damage in, we're going to drop a 3, get the negative defense down on the boss. Then, we're just going to go right into another proc. We're not going to do anything else other than get that proc off because we don't want a chance to screw up. We're going to drop another 3. Right after that 3, we dropped in a 2, got the extra crit rate from it, went into a 6, defense down. Now, We were going to put in another 3 to make sure we keep the stacks of defense down up. We kind of clipped our proc there at the end, which is why we only needed half a bar's worth of damage. It's a little rough, but it does happen. So basically just rinse and repeat, continuously trying to keep those debuffs on the boss. We're not going to go into the 6 right away because I know we only have 1 stack on at the time. So now here we go, we have our 2nd stack on. And it hit nice. Yet again, we're going to do the 2 to get the crit rate off of it, go right into our 6. Try to get some damage done on the 6 because it does hit fairly hard. But we want it to connect to get the defense down. Another defense down afterwards. And this time, we do 2.5 bars worth of damage. Significantly more than all our other procs. That's because we managed to line up all the debuffs. That's the goal with Deadpool in this fight. Most of the time, when you're doing Ultimate World Boss, you're really just trying to line up their abilities of proccing on this, proccing on that. With Deadpool, before you can really hit your proc, you need to drop all those defense downs. If you do it perfectly, the fight is seamless. This is the reason why we bring Wasp. We get a lot out of Wasp in this fight. And see, that one there, we only did half a bar's worth of damage. This really seems weird because we had a 6, we had a 3, but she actually missed one of our 3s, making our 3 stack fall off. We only had 1 stack of 3s on. So here we go again, trying to line it up. Now she iframed there, which is never a good sign. Yet again, not a full debuff from the 6 this time because she iframed a little bit. This fight can be done perfectly, but you shouldn't expect to do it perfectly. You should expect that mistakes are going to happen. The fight has a lot of moving parts to it. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of time to get it down. To be fair, though, you can probably get through a 50 if you out-valor it by a ton. But me, at the time of this video, my raid level is only 280. So I'm fighting about 1200 Valor outside of my range. So realistically, if I want to do good damage, I need to line up those procs, and I need to line up a few of them during the fight. You're still getting regular damage out the rest of the time, so you are still bringing her down a little bit. But man, are you trying to line those up. Here we go. We got a great little lineup right here. Just about 2 bars done. It wasn't perfect. We were a little bit late on the proc, but it's pretty close. Anyway, hopefully you're starting to get the idea of what we're trying to do in this fight. The better you are at controlling your debuffs with Deadpool, the better you are avoiding her bullshit, the better you're going to do. There we go. And that is a 50 Proxima. And I hopefully you figured something out, learned a little bit from that, and got a little bit better at this game. Until next time, keep up the grind, keep working, and keep having fun playing Marvel Future Fight.